Welcome back for another episode on the Casual Craft server. Thank you for stopping in and checking out another one of my videos. I'm glad to have you here. Today, I have been doing a lot of odds and ends right now. As you can see, we're at the Guardian farm. I actually have it turned off right now, as in I blocked this up so the Guardians are just kind of, you can hear them splatting and dying. But as you can see here, I've worked on getting the downstairs fixed up. So I have staircases going down here to the bottom room. There's chests everywhere right now because I'm moving stuff around, and like shulker, and I'm making some charcoal. But anyway, both staircase head down to this where the storage system's going to be, and I'm working on a sorting system. Now this one, since it's small and there's only really 4 items that I need to sort out, I am actually going to make a full-on sorting system out in this area. I need to make more hoppers to do that, but pretty much all the drops will come out through here, come across here, and be filtered into the different chests. I might have to make a overflow. I'm not sure exactly. Actually, this might be the overflow because it's pretty much fish, uh, the shards, the glowy bits, and then all the other fish. Like the cod will get filtered out by itself, and everything that's not cod will go into the last chest. So, um, yeah, I think this will work, and I'll have 3 chests for each, so there's plenty of storage. And then I also want to get somewhere back here is I'm gonna make an automated system. Well, like an easier system for me to. Ooh, that was getting loud. To get a guardian out in case I need to take it someplace, like if somebody does want an aquarium or if I make another aquarium. I might make another aquarium here just for the fun of it because I don't know what else to put here. But yeah, so there'll be like a door that'll go back into a separate room. And I think what I'll do is I'll have a dispenser either on one of these sides that will pick up the water so that there's only one water source. It'll open a hole that it will push guardians out into a different room, and I can deal with them there, and then I can press the button again to turn it back into the actual farm. But so yeah, like this is something that I'm kind of doing in between episodes, sprucing stuff up. Um, Main thing I'm going to be doing this episode is get started on the main base, get the shelf in underneath. You can kind of see, can I jump up there? We'll do that. Kind of get the shelf underneath the edges of the middle, probably around that in the center, so I can start making the main part of the base. So yeah, I will probably just go ahead and get it started, and you'll see the next clip because that one isn't really something that I can like making a shelf isn't something that would be time lapse material because it's very under the water, monotonous, over and over, yeah, boring stuff. So we will get that started and I will get back with you. I have to say, putting this stuff in the water down below is a lot easier than all the other stuff up there when I had to use Frostwalker. But I got the middle part of this done, as you can see. Pretty much I started at the edge there, and I worked all the way through this middle section. That's like the river that runs between the 2 big islands. And I just filled it all in with stone. And that will be, and well, down there I have a conduit, which I could move up here now. But yeah, so really what I need now is I'm going to have to go collect a lot of sand. So, because basically the beds of the rivers and stuff are all sand and gravel. So, and I can just go along here and fill it in with sand. That should be pretty simple. It's going to take quite a bit, but whatever. uh, this entire build takes quite a bit of everything, so it is what it is. So also, actually, when I came on today, I got a Nautilus shell. I jumped into the water right after I logged in, and there was a drowned with a Nautilus shell, so that was kind of nice. So I am going to go collect a bunch of sand and start getting this middle part in. So I'm probably gonna say, like, like I said before, this right here with the actual torches is the center of the entire section. So I'm gonna start building here and work my way outward. Because I know the main part of the base is going to be around this section. I don't know if it'll be here or it might be here or maybe bridge across. I don't know exactly what I'll do. But if I can get the middle part started, then I can at least start on the main building so I can hopefully move out of the basement that I made in the fortress and move it into an actual building. So, but yeah, next thing is collecting sand. Dig, 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 dig. Another thing I need to be doing in this episode is figuring out what I'm doing with the flower farm. So as you can see, extended this a bit with some more cactus, and it's still kind of slow. So I might even make two, as well as I can extend more there, but I might even make two more towers on the opposite end and make it symmetrical. But I got all this in. But really, the main problem with this is how much bone meal it goes through. And like I said in one of my previous episodes, I don't have my own way of getting bone meal. I all the stuff that I have right here, I actually bought. So actually, if you think about it, let's see, I bought 8 stacks of bone blocks from Joe for 3 diamonds each. So that's 24 diamonds. So I'm 24 diamonds deep in this farm for stuff that to sell for diamonds, and I don't think I've sold any so far. Plus, I'm almost out of bone meal again. So I am not good with money, and apparently that translates into Minecraft money as well. Which that's fine. I mean, mostly it's so something's in the shop, and plus I like dyes myself because I use it. So I'm not really that concerned about making a profit. But I did actually talk to uh, Joe a little bit, and we might be making a deal to trade bone meal for flowers. Like I might provide him dyes, like unlimited dyes of whatever he wants, and he might supply the bone meal for the farms. We need to figure out the logistics of how we want to do it. Like uh, I don't know if it's gonna be you give me bones, I give you dye, or if it's gonna be specific amount of dye for a specific amount of bones. But we'll probably get together at some point, either this episode or in the next episode, and actually talk and figure out what we want to do. So there might be a little collab coming. So yeah, but that's something to keep in the back of my mind. But I, all in all, even with all of those problems, finding bone meal and the diamonds, like set all that aside, I'm happy with this. I like having dyes. I like having them all available, even if I don't use all of them. It's just a nice thing to have. So, all right. Anyway, back to the other. Gotta go get sand. Dig 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 dig. So I came back to check on my shop, and I was pleasantly surprised that I actually sold some dyes. I believe that was the lime green, and somebody bought the green. I actually there were 3 diamonds. One of them was in my chest underneath, and then 3 were in here. So there are some stuff dying. Of course, they bought the one that takes forever to get, but that's fine. That means I definitely probably need to increase the size of my cactus farm, like I said I was going to. I need to do this though, definitely. I was gonna set up. Well, actually, there's 2 things that I had to decide. One was I was gonna set up this thing to put off a chime, like make some note blocks underneath. So whenever somebody paid something, excuse me, whenever somebody paid something, it would activate a little jingle saying, "Oh, thank you." But I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to do a just a little bell when they open the door. Because no matter what, when they come in, they're gonna hit this pressure plate. So I could more easily hook that up to just do a little jingle when they come in than this, because I'm thinking if I have this set up to do something, I'd have to add it, make it so that it only jingles once. Whereas because if they put like 4 diamonds in and then they all get pulled under, it could potentially go off a couple times. So it's like this would be a little cleaner. I don't know. I need to make something in my creative world to see if I can actually get a jingle that I like. But anyway, yeah, just quick little update. And oh, hey, I left shulker boxes here. Those are the shulker boxes that I used to bring the dyes over. I'm surprised nobody took them, but that's fine. Yeah, so shop is going well, but I need to fill in everything. Like I need to fill it in with stuff. But I'll get to that. I'll get stuff to like I thought maybe just throwing in some like cobble and like the diorite andesite, just little stuff here and there in case anybody needs them. But we'll get back to that. I've started filling in this middle area, as you can see here. I just taking my sand and going along the edge and filling it in. I think it's starting to turn. Well, over here you can kind of see I've also put the gravel at the bottom and kind of blended it in with the sand a bit, trying to get it as random as possible. Like this doesn't look good. It looks too not natural. But yeah, this is all I'm really doing is just kind of placing stuff randomly as I go along and filling it in. I need to, what I'm probably going to do, I did this little bit with the gravel just to see how it looks, and I like it. It's looking pretty nice, like how a riverbed or the bottom of the ocean would look. But I'm going to take the sand first and fill in the edges all the way around and then come back through with gravel, I think, because I think it'd be easier to do one at a time just from a design point instead of trying to blend the stuff in at the same time. But then eventually I'll put like I'll go through and plant a bunch of seagrass and some kelp. Wait, well, some kelp, not a lot, because again, I'm don't like kelp in large quantities. Like when I filling in this shelf, you can see over here there was a ton of kelp all through here, so I had to cut a bunch down as I was placing. But kelp is hard to, well, not hard, it's just a pain to place because if you want to place it for design, you have to keep placing it and look. If you press F, or not the screenshot, F3, when you look at a piece of kelp, actually, well, look at a piece of kelp. So you can see over on the right side, the targeted block kelp, it says an age. Well, that age is how much it can grow. So if you want a piece of kelp for design, but you don't want it to grow it fully, like you have to keep breaking it and placing it until it gets to a really high age so that it doesn't grow all the way. So that can be a pain. I kind of did a little bit of that in my shop and around like the outside of my shop in that pond area. So, but that's a little far off. There's a lot of beach I have to do, and this is just the inner section. This doesn't even cover like the outer. The only part of the outer shelf I have is that bottom southern part. But I mean, it's coming along. I like it. It's actually sand is a lot easier to place because I can just go along like that and just let it land where it goes. Because like it's supposed to look as natural as possible. And then yeah, there's not much else to that.
What's up, Shiro?
Hey Joe, what's up? Not much.
Hey, man.
So I heard from somebody that you have the goods that I need for my farm.
Well, if by goods you are referring to wind chime ingredients that can be ground down to make plants grow faster, then why, yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Oh, good, excellent. That's what I need. I need them to grow them beautiful plants.
So about those beautiful plants, see me, I happen to be like a huge fan of, colors. Lots of different colors.
Lots of different colors.
And I don't really have a way other than like randomly going around and I want this one and I want this one and I want this one. So if we could perhaps come to an arrangement.
Well, I do have a lot of colors, so I think we can help each other out.
All right. Well, let me give you a little. I guess. I mean, these are pretty standard fare, right? But the way this one is set up, you these trapdoors right here, you
Uh-huh.
want to leave them up because otherwise, whenever you hit the skeletons, then your inventory is just going to fill with stuff instead of like letting it go down.
Uh-huh.
So also, you don't even have to put them down. If you wait until it gets full, they're not going to cram. So you can see there's ladders in the two side pockets.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
See
automatically
this?
going to push themselves into the side pocket.
Cool.
And so like a minute ago, I was AFK here for maybe an hour, and I came back and there was 365 skeletons in here.
Wow, that is a nice system you have.
Yeah. So all you got to do is basically once you got your cursors on like one of the ones that's in the middle and you give it a swipe, the trapdoor doesn't block sweeping edge. So you'll hit all of them anyways.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so over here, you will find the bone collector.
Ah, nice.
And so if you want to go ahead and grab it and give it a little test run here, you
I
can kind
feel
of
the
see.
shiny. All right, so.
And there you go.
That is nice. That is very nice, sir. I love it.
It's kind of funny too when there's like a lot of them. A lot of them die all at once, and then there's armor pieces in there and more drop. It keeps making the where they like pick up the better armor and stuff as new ones fall.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So then all you got to do, come over here to the scaffolding, make your way down.
Hidden scaffolding.
Oh, this room is gonna look interesting with your shaders.
Oh wow. Oh, this is nice. Oh,
Yeah,
this is really nice.
I don't have my shaders on very often, but it looks pretty wicked when I have the shaders on.
I like it. It's very nice.
All right, so this is pretty straightforward. Bones, and then it fills up from the opposite of how we write.
Okay.
And then there's an arrows one, and then armor and all the random stuff is going to come down into these two. So for the most part, you shouldn't have to worry about it. But if you come in here and you happen to notice that these are like clogged up, if you could just clear them, that'd be great.
Sure.
And then I'll put signs here, but gold is this wall, iron armor is this wall, leather armor starts from this side, and then bows start from this side.
All right, cool.
So I cleared those things out too most of the time, but yeah.
Sweet.
So, but that's it. That's it.
Quite the setup, sir.
Yeah, I wish I had a little more storage down there, but as you can see, this was a pretty low spawner.
Yeah, definitely. Especially.
But yeah, feel free to use the anvils or the enchanting or anything if you need to.
All right, cool. So,
so yeah, let's go look at some flowers, man.
now that you've shown me yours, I will have to show you mine. And so we are here at my flower farm, the beauty that is the cobblestone stuff that will eventually look pretty, but it doesn't right now. It just makes pretty things.
That's a heck of a title.
Yes, and every time you refer to it, you must speak of it as such to the exact word.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just said it. My mic must have messed up. I said it and you didn't hear it.
No,
so it's all right.
Okay, I'll believe you. All right, so
when I catch my breath again, I'll say it again.
All right, so this is the main part of the flower farm. This right here is actually what turns it on. So what it does, if you want to come up here, I'm sure you've probably seen flower farms.
I feel like that lever should be red or something.
I wish it was.
No, Groot, that's the button that kills everyone.
Now let's go over it again. So when you activate that, all the dispensers underneath the grass will pop up, and then this little flying machine will go across and mow the lawn and push it all into the hoppers on the other side. And then when it hits the other side, it automatically activates the dispensers again, and it swings back. And as long as that lever's on, both farms will continue to go. Whenever you ready to turn it, you just flip the lever off, and they'll both eventually stop back at this position.
So does like the flying machine have like a dispenser on both sides, so like it dispenses bone meal behind itself?
Correct. Yeah. As soon as it hits one of the edges, the thing that actually makes the flying machine go back, like return, it sends off a redstone signal. So I just hooked up the dispensers to that redstone signal. So as soon as it flips it, it activates both of them. And I could actually.
Oh, the dispensers are under the grass.
Yep, correct. And I'm going to show you down under here as well. So if we go in, both sides are mirrored, so there's a door on the other side. So under here is where all the dispensers are.
Dude, you know what I just remembered?
What?
I'm wearing leather armor.
Oh.
So that I wouldn't pick up stuff from the sky. Never mind. Anyways, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
No problem. So, yeah, but in each of these, there's, I think, 12 dispensers for each one. That's why it's like, this takes a lot of bone meal.
So you don't have to have a dispenser under every grass block because it covers an area when you
Correct.
put the bone meal on a
Yep.
certain. Okay, I
Yep.
gotcha. Cool.
And about, from what I think Pixel Riffs is the guy that I followed his tutorial to make these. And so he figured out that like 12 of them, or like 2 on each side and 12 across makes a really good path to fill up the entire thing. Actually, and if
Okay.
you even want to, if you go up top there, I can turn it on. You can see it in
So what do you
action.
got going on here with the furnaces?
Oh, well, those are because the cactus doesn't auto smelt. So I just have some furnaces to smelt it automatically. So yeah, for the filter system, all the flowers come through here, both sides. Each farm is separate, unfortunately, but this first part here filters out all of the seeds because you get a lot of seeds from the grass, and it makes
Oh,
a little bit of. It doesn't make a lot of bone meal, but you can get a little bit of bone meal back. But that's
I didn't
just.
realize you could also compost seeds. I've
Hmm.
just been doing it with like extra saplings and leaf blocks
Yeah,
at the tree farm.
yeah. It's like nobody needs that many seeds, so just get rid of them.
Or not leaf blocks. I don't think you can do it with leaf blocks. Just the
um,
saplings. That's what I've been using.
I don't know. But then, yeah, but after the seeds are done, it just filters into these boxes and just fills up one at a time. So
Okay.
you can just, as the farm is going on, you can just go into the things, grab what you need, and you can do pretty much everything, every color with this farm. And like you have the brown
Well, that's what I
here.
was gonna ask. So I know like each specific like coordinate of a block, like the block itself doesn't matter. It's
Yep,
the coordinate of that block has a specific flower that it will grow. So what's your
correct.
palette like, huh?
So the palette is this side over here it goes blue, white, red, yellow, which is the 4 primary colors that you can get out of a flower forest. And then along with this side and that side, you get all the different types of tulips. You get oxeye daisies and the little bushy thing, azure billet or whatever.
Which is like light gray, right?
Yeah, both of those are light gray, so there's unfortunately a lot of light gray. But and then this one over here gets the magenta color, the little this one.
Allium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. So overall, this
Yeah, I'll
farm
probably be rating
covers.
that side a lot more.
Yeah, overall, this farm gets all of the flowers that you can get in a flower forest.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you are well. And again, like
Yeah, let's see the thing work.
yeah, if you wanna go up top, I'll flip it on so you can see it start off.
Okay.
Might be a little loud, but it's worth it. Tell me
That's
when
all
you're
right.
ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom.
Ha! That was cool. It just like all popped up.
Yep. And then as you see, when it shoots it all down, mows the grass, and as soon as it reaches its other end, boom.
Wow.
And both farms are going, and then you'll see the flowers very quickly fill up, which is really nice. And I was really happy that this ended up like there's no lag to this at all,
Yeah, that's
especially since
really,
we got the new server.
I can kind of detect it maybe a little bit in my frames, but it's not. Yeah, it's nothing like the bamboo that is now fueling my forge.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then,
Sweet, man. All right.
yeah, I caught it. There we go. And I just flipped the switch and it stops right there.
Oh, is there like a specific time you need to turn it off?
Nope. You can turn it off whenever. Like,
And it'll just stop when it comes back to this side?
It'll automatically stop.
Okay.
So I do plan on like making things look a little nicer, and like I said, I want to get the cactus to be auto smelted. But when you need until I do that, if you need cactus, you just come over here, grab it out of the hoppers in the center.
Oh, that's just the storage for it right now.
For right now, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I will, and actually, now that you say that, putting the rest of those panes in, probably gonna have to do something about getting in there because you won't be able to get there if there's panes right here.
Yep, that's very true. Well, no, yeah, it'll be as long as you like leave it off in one spot so
Yeah,
that you can
drop
get
down
into
in.
the area. Yeah. Then because you'll be able to walk under them the rest of the way.
That's true.
Dude, you don't realize how much Depth Strider 3 does for you until you don't have it on. Like,
Yeah,
good
I
God,
know.
I just walked 2 blocks and it took forever.
I know. That's always something. Like I never. I think I'm wearing. Yeah, I took everything off except for my boots because
Yeah,
like I don't ever want
respiration
to
is
take
the
them
other
off.
one. Like, when you don't have it on, you don't realize until it's too late, usually.
Yep, and you're sleeping with the fishes.
Yep. All
All right,
right, well,
cool,
cool, man.
man.
Hey, thanks for the tour. And yeah, I'll get you. Well, we'll do it off camera. I'll figure out how to get you into my tunnel so
Yep,
you can get over to
same.
the skeleton farm.
Yeah, it works for me. Thank you very much, and it sounds like we've made a deal.
Yeah, man. All right, see you later.
Yeah, later, man. And with that, we now have a way to keep our flower farm going. It works out pretty well. I can go over and use Joe's bone meal farm. He can come over and use my flower farm. Simple, easy, and it gives us both stuff we need. That's the first time I've made a video with Joe. I enjoyed making it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you haven't already, I suggest going over and checking out his channel. I have I have a link to his channel in my description. He makes good content as well. He's doing some pretty neat stuff over on his island. So yeah, definitely check him out and give him some support as well. So along with the beach, I also need to start planning out the actual layout of the islands themselves. As you can see here, I have some stone and dirt laid out to kind of mark out one of the hills that I'm going to make. And actually, I'm going to put up the map that I have right now, and I kind of drew over it. As you can see, the places that I have kind of like circled are kind of where I'll make some mountains. The one in the bottom left is where I'm at right now, kind of like pulling that one out. The little smudge in the middle, that's kind of like going out into the river. I'm thinking that's going to be like a little outcropping that kind of comes up and hangs over the river. And I'm thinking somewhere around there is where the main base building's going to be. And then there's going to be some bridges that go across. And up above, north of that little outcropping is probably going to be where the main part of the village is, and it will kind of line both sides of the rivers. And then the big mountain that I have on the big island in the center, I'm thinking maybe making it something like Mount Fuji, like make a little volcano or something at the top, and I'll probably have paths that like kind of wind up the mountain, and maybe there'll be a shrine up there, and I'll probably put my actual nether portal up there, kind of like you're climbing the mountain to go to the shrine to go to the portal, something along those lines. But that is the plan for that, and pretty much like I said, I'm gonna need to dig a bunch more dirt. I'm probably going to not fill in the full like what I was doing with that island over there, and it's actually like a solid island. I'm probably going to actually just make the hills shells and like leave this open and with torches. One, because it saves material, and two, this also gives me like space to I can make farms or whatnot inside the mountains themselves. So that's the plan at least. So I'm gonna keep on digging and keep on building. But with those plans, I'm going to leave the episode here because I know this episode's getting a little long with the building and the gathering and the collab. So I'm gonna end here, get it uploaded and everything. I hope you liked everything we did today. Again, go check out Joe if you haven't already. Link is down in the description. And if you would like to play on the Casual Craft server, there is a link to the Whitelist application also in the description. Hope to see you again in another episode, and see you later.